What's new in QuickBooks Desktop 2017? Every year in September, Intuit comes out with a new version of Desktop. And QuickBooks Desktop is here to keep for a couple more years. I would say 4 to 5 years. And we're going to address what are some new features and some improvements they have made. This is applicable to all industries, including real estate and property management professionals. Yes, we do have a niche in real estate and property management, and I have authored multiple books on managed properties with QuickBooks for rentals, property managers, investors, condos, and HOA. This year, QuickBooks has changed their logo to brand and make it very clear and concise what they are trying to do. True, we have over 5 million users, even though saying that many of them are using QuickBooks Online. Leaving that apart, QuickBooks did make a statement in changing the software name from just Pro and Premier and Accountant to Desktop Pro, Desktop Premier, and Desktop Accountant. Now they are differentiating between the desktop version and the online version. The online version has 3 different versions: Essential, Plus, and Simple. My name is Geeta Faust. I'm the owner of the business with a niche in real estate and property management. I've authored a couple books. I'm going to be speaking at QB Connect and have already spoken at Vacation Rental Managers Association and the Sleater Group, to name a few. Few of the benefits for Desktop 2017 is creating and sending reports, looking up information, searching for in-between amounts, what you can do in multi-user mode, finding information very quickly, enhanced reporting features and filtering as well. QuickBooks Desktop just got very easy by scheduling reports, finding information quickly, customizing your reports, up-leveling the information, miscellaneous items, and multi-user delight. It's fantastic. I'm loving it. So the first one is automated reports in single user mode. What you can do is you can save your reports, automate it, and schedule it to go up. This is available in all desktop versions. You can see on the top right, it'll tell you which versions the new and improved features are available. So here are some must. Only one version of QuickBooks 2017 can be installed on your computer, on the C drive. You can only send memorized reports. So you have to memorize the report first and then schedule that. So what are the must in creating the reports? You have to be in a single user mode. You have to password protect the email. You get a notification before 4 hours. The email is sent if you choose to. There are 4 different frequency times: daily, weekly, every 2 weeks, monthly, and quarterly. Okay, that is 5. Name the email. So you can name the email and identify what that email is to with a name or a shortcut, so you know what those emails are when they go out. You can use multiple emails using a semicolon in between them. The first time around, you have to send yourself a test email. That's what I call it, a test email. But just to make sure that QuickBooks know you're going to be sending emails and the backend is set up right. The first email will only be sent after 1 hour or top of the hour. Say it is 8:30 in the morning here, and it'll send it either on the top of the hour at 9 o'clock or at 9:30, whichever is sooner. Now, after you have customized it and you have sent a test email, what are the requirements? To send the scheduled reports, computer must be running and not on sleep mode. Software has to be open. No QuickBooks file should be open except for the scheduled files you're going to send a report. So if an accountant and a CPA is using multiple versions of QuickBooks, QuickBooks Enterprise, QuickBooks Accountant, I don't think you'll be able to use scheduled reports. I know that I had to uninstall QuickBooks Accountant to make this work. So I'm going to show the features how they are in QuickBooks Enterprise. If you're sending the email using Outlook, Outlook should be open. Now, if it does not work, you have to go and change your preferences right within QuickBooks. Go to the General tab and uncheck Keep QuickBooks Running. Those are the key requirements to scheduling your reports. So let's go into QuickBooks. A little bit about this QuickBooks file. It is for a landlord who's managing their own properties. What we have done is I have written many books, and almost all our books have a QuickBooks template file with the whole setup that is required and have over 75 reports in each QuickBooks template file that we give to you that can save you 30 to 40 hours when you are either doing it yourself or you're hiring a consultant and paying thousands of dollars. So we are going to concentrate on deposits, security deposits, okay? I am going to open my schedule reports. Remember, it is not grayed out because I'm in a single user mode and I have only one version of QuickBooks installed on my C drive. It gives me a list of all the reports grouped and ungrouped. So I'm going to go directly into security deposit group and select the report that I want to email on a regular time. I'm going to select next and I'm going to send it to Geeta, that is me, and I'm going to say it is security deposit report. I like to send this report every 2 weeks because you want to stay on top of it, whether you have received the money from the tenant at all times. And I want to send it tomorrow to start with. You're going to scroll down and select your time, whether it's in the morning or afternoon. You have an option to select notify me before 4 hours. So you want to check the reports before it is sent. I would definitely recommend it to everybody. And if you are a property manager and viewing this report, I would certainly check that box before you send out any owner's reports. And we did speak about all the other details in the checklist. So make sure you download the checklist as well. Click on next. Here, I can send the email to myself or to whomever you wish to and type in security deposit. Well, just reports does not make sense. So you want to make sure it's security deposit, and I would remove the year and the version of the QuickBooks file. And if you want to be specific, if it's for a specific job, customer, tenant, property owner, type it in there, right? You need a 6-character password, right? And I am going to type in my password here and change the body as you need. Click on schedule. Oh, remember, you can always use a semicolon to separate the email addresses. Password does not match, so let me make it simple, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it should match now. So now it takes you directly to the schedule report center. You can see the scheduled name and when it is scheduled for and if the email has been sent. It is active, you can edit it, or you can delete the scheduled report. And that's how you would schedule your reports to be sent at a later time. Next on the improved list is for all desktop version is search. Search your item or an account name while typing. In the older versions, you had to type in the full account name that it started with. So if it was security deposit, you had to type in security to pull up the security deposit. And today, in 2017, you can just type in deposit and it'll show you all the deposits that's available in QuickBooks. And the same thing goes into your accounts. So I'm going to start typing deposits here again, and you will see all kinds of deposits. Okay, simple, right? I love this feature. It is going to save so much time. You're going to identify duplicate accounts like you just saw here. And I figured, hey, one more tip. I have security deposit 2 times as other current liability, so I know I have to go and fix it. So it's not only entering information into QuickBooks, it's looking at what you're doing and identifying other issues as well. in between amount searches. This is going to save us a lot of time. QuickBooks came up with a search box which is very advanced. But currently, in the older version, you can only select and filter any amount equal to, less than, or more than a specific amount. Now it has the feature to select from and to, so from $1,000 to $1,500, and find any amount that is in between. And you can see a list of transactions. You can either double click on one of them to open the transactions to see what is behind the scenes, or you can look at the report which will list all the transactions that are selected in here, or export the list as well. Cool, right? It saves so much time. We have found over $100,000 transactions that were misclassified for loans versus transfer of funds from one company to another. Trust me. The next one is filter by vendor and customer type. Now, I don't particularly like that feature for the property management and real estate industry, but it is great for other industries. So let's look at my tenant center. So what we have done, we have customized the column and brought in the customer type. So you can go to right click, customize your column, scroll down, and bring in the customer type. That's what we have done. And if we want something, all we have to type in Sabrina's name, which I know is one of the tenant, and it will find my Sabrina and the HUD portion of the money that they're going to receive. This is easier for us because we could have multiple Sabrinas. Well, there are very few cases that we are going to go to customer filter and type in tenant in this field and find all the tenants. Because remember, we have created and memorized so many reports that you can have your memorized reports already done. So why go and use that feature? But for other companies who are using customer types which are detailed and for a different purpose, it's definitely a good way to find transactions. But really, it does not do anything for us in our industry. Report filters. So we're going to go back into our report filters and see how I have customized the report. So again, playing with security deposit, all I'm going to do is pull up the security deposit report. This report is customized, right? So you can see the show and applied filters on the far left. I'm going to click on show, and it tells me there are multiple accounts and the transactions are not cleared. So where do we get that? Let's open the filters and see which accounts are filtered by. You can't, right? So I'm going to click on multiple accounts and I'm going to scroll down and see what accounts are filtered. Now I'm going to remove them, all of them, and click OK. You will see that even though the accounts are unchecked, this filter is still applied. If I want to remove the filter, all I have to do is click on X and it's gone. Now it's showing me all the transactions which I don't care about at this point. So I'm going to go and customize the filter only by security deposit. So I'm going to select the account and I'm going to select multiple accounts and type in security. Just start typing in. Remember, I discussed earlier that once you start typing in, all the accounts and names will show up. So I'm going to select security deposit and click OK and click OK. Now it'll only show me the security deposits. Got it? So now over on our filters, you can see funds from tenants, security deposits, and it's not cleared. Now, the beauty of this is I love it, is when I go to print this report, you can see on the next page that it shows us the filter. It will only show you the filter if one account is selected. If you have selected multiple accounts, multiple types, then it will say multiple types selected. So that is a little drawback right now. Okay, so I'm going to hit cancel. And you can only print it if you are showing the filters on the screen. If you clicked on show, it is not going to show the filters you applied to this report. And remember to memorize it every time you do make a change on the report. Report filter. Let's see how we can filter the reports. I'm going to open a balance sheet in here and see how I can bring in only the petty cash accounts, because that's all I want to talk about. My petty cash accounts are not accurate. So I'm going to select multiple accounts and type in petty cash over here. I'm just going to start typing. I can see 2 petty cash accounts. I'm going to select them, and now you can see how easy it is to select a specific account or customer or vendor to show your details on that specific report. You can go and select any of these filters and wave your magic wand to get the report that you need. This is a great feature, Undeposited Fund Reminder. Now remember, when you go into QuickBooks, you have your customers who owe you money, you receive payment, and that money just sits there till you go into banking, make deposits to make that deposit in the bank in QuickBooks. So let's go to the home page and see what I mean. Right under the banking box, you can see a number 3 in red. So it's telling me that I have 3 deposits under undeposited funds that needs to be deposited into a specific bank. Initially, the way we taught our clients how to find those undeposited funds were to go to chart of accounts, double click on undeposited funds, and sort it by cleared transactions. If you look on the screen, we have 3 deposits yet to be, of course, deposited into a bank. So let's go to the home page, click on record deposit, and I'm going to record only 1 right now to see what happens. Once I select the bank and click on save and close, your number changes to 2. It is going to save you so much time. Well, the other way also we tell our clients is to get your reminders set in order. So if you look at the reminders, it gives you a whole list of things that you should be doing and keeping track of. And if I click on money to deposit, you can see 2 deposits. So it's very important to go into the preferences and click on reminders and check this box. So every time you open the QuickBooks file, you can also see there that money has to be deposited and other things that you need to keep an eye on and open at the same time. Moving on to another good feature, deposit summary. It includes your business name, legal business name. Now, how do we go about it? In the company, my company, you can enter your legal business name, and that is where you would be using it on your checks or your bank account. Earlier, that legal name would not print on the deposit summary. And it was a big problem for the landlords, property managers, and investors who were flipping properties and were also financiers, right? And had properties and trust and all that other things that they do to run a successful business. Well, anyway, now they ended up with 20, 30 QuickBooks files. When they made a deposit, they would enter a deposit into the wrong bank account. Even though they printed the deposit slip, when they went to double check their information and reconcile the bank accounts, they would find money that was deposited into the wrong bank account. But now, when you have a summary, you can print it and see the name right under deposit summary. So when you're verifying and filing the paperwork, you can always see which company file you deposited the money for. So this is going to eliminate so many errors that our clients have been making over the period of time. And it is really good because you want to catch that mistake right away. Even if you went to the bank and went online to the bank and made the transfer, and after the fact, when you're entering the transactions into QuickBooks, you identify it and rectify the error right away. That is going to save you a lot of time rather than waiting at the end of the month or the beginning of the month when you're doing your bank reconciliation. So this is a great, fantastic feature. I love it. Cleared credit card charges. In the older version, it would only stamp cleared on checks and bill payments. So now they have added a new feature in all the versions, yay, on the credit cards. Let's see if we can find a credit card here. And here we go. American Express has a check mark, and some of the transactions do not have the check mark. I just did the reconciliation, so let's open a transaction and see whether it's stamped clear. So you have to reconcile your bank accounts as well as your credit card accounts and loan accounts every month to make sure the balances tie in. Great feature. Audit trail. I don't have anything to show you on the screen, but I do have a screenshot. There are many good features on it. Before, it used to just delete all the transactions from the audit trail, or it would not even have the details. It would purge the old employees or subcontractors' users' name. But the transaction still would be there. It wouldn't delete the transaction. So now it leaves the username and it'll say it's a deleted user. Very simple. Okay, copying and pasting in timesheets. Very simple process. We're going to open a timesheet. And we're going to find an employee, Rhonda, and we already have a timesheet filled in. Now let's say we have the same line item with only the name of the customer, job, that is the tenant, to be changed. So I'm going to copy the line and paste the line and change it to a different tenant. Okay, and that is for Fund Road, remember, and we can change this to Fund Road. Now, this is a great feature. The reason I like the enterprise version is when you select a tenant's name in here, it should automatically select the property name for you. That is the class. Well, it does not. So if you're ever interested in switching or upgrading your software, then let me know. Give us a call. We do sell softwares and we are resellers as well. So remember, you can copy and paste, and in the enterprise version only, you can tag that tenant to a specific property. So anytime you use the tenant's name or the property name or the owner name, that is the customer, a job, it will select the accurate class for you. Cool, huh? Coming to the home stretch. Okay, multi-user experience. So I don't have a demo because I am not using QuickBooks in a multi-user mode, but let's take this one at a time and talk about it. Right now, when we are in multi-user mode, and this is only available in enterprise version, if I want to log all the users out, I have to either message them right within QuickBooks Enterprise, or I have to call them and holler across the room to log off, or send them an email, send them a text. But now this new feature, all you have to do is switch to single user mode and you will be able to see who is logged in. You can tell them and give them a time frame that they need to log out from the QuickBooks file, and after X amount of time that they will be able to log back in. Okay, so the user gets the notification, right? In 4 hours, 30 minutes, you're going to be logged out, or you can cancel it also. Then you can also keep track of who is logged in and who is logged out. And you can also kick them out of it if they're not listening. Well, they may be on a coffee break. And it gives you that time frame when they are going to be logged out of the QuickBooks file. It's very easy. You need to try it. It is fantastic. It's going to save so much time screaming, hollering, texting, and so forth. Multi-user experience. Remember I said and more in the first sheet? Well, now you do not have to switch to single user mode. You can pay bills, you can print checks, you can scan checks, you can link estimates to invoices and link payments to bills. This is a fantastic feature and I love it. Okay, so let's recap what we have seen with the new and improved. We can schedule reports. We can find account name, item name very easily. Remember, by just typing in a couple characters. You can find amounts in between searches, between 100 or 200. We can also find a customer type, a specific customers also. Report customization, you can show filters on reports and print them as well. How you can filter the accounts and the names as well by just typing in few characters and selecting them, and keeps on selecting. Up-leveling your information. A reminder of undeposited funds, showing the company file name and deposit summary, and cleared flag on credit card charges. Only if you reconcile your credit card account, and then only it'll show the cleared flag. If a user is deleted, you can still see their name in the audit trail report where it specifies user deleted as well. You can copy a line and paste it in timesheets and make minor changes. Remember the quick tip for enterprise version I gave you. And in multi-user mode, you don't have to switch to multi-user mode in many instances, and you can notify the user that you are going to log them out. Remember, if you're in the real estate and property management industry, we have more additional tips that will go around. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to give us a call or shoot us an email. Hope you enjoyed the session, and make sure you subscribe to our channel and like the video.